So first of all, can you tell me about Financial Times' kind of digital strategy? What are they doing to pursue the new opportunities associated with online opportunities?
Well, we're pursuing opportunities in digital really very aggressively. And I don't know if you saw the 2010 Pearson results, but there was a lot in there which talks to the kind of success that we've had with digital and the pace at which we're moving. Across the FT group as a whole, 40% of revenues now are coming from digital, and just within the Financial Times, 24% of our revenues are coming from digital, and we're seeing tremendously rapid growth. I mean, obviously we have a subscription model in digital. It has been pretty much unique. I think it's not going to be unique in the future. But it's worked very, very well for us, and we had growth of 56% in our digital subscription revenues last year. Our volumes now are very substantial. We have a base of 210,000 digital subscribers now, and for an organisation that circulated kind of 400,000 newspapers, that's quite a big deal. We're halfway to replicating the scale of our print business in digital. So, we feel that we're making tremendous progress with this, and we're doing it by embracing digital wholeheartedly. I mean, we don't see this as a defensive strategy. We see it as a massive opportunity. There's a bright and profitable future for the FT in digital.
Okay. So I had the opportunity to speak with Conde Nast and IPC and Dennis Publishing a few weeks ago, and all of them are more or less sort of making 8 to 10% of the revenues from online, and you're making a lot more than that. Yeah. What are you guys making your money on? What's the split between the different propositions?
Yeah, so in terms of how the FT.com revenues split down, we make about 60% of the revenue from advertising and 40% from subscriptions. That balance is shifting over time, and we think that ultimately we'd like it to be about 50-50. But what we're finding is that actually the model is very favourable, because advertising and subscriptions turn out to be complementary. I think everybody always assumes that there would be a trade-off there, and if you pursue subscription revenues, then you would lose advertising. In fact, we found the opposite, and even as we grew our subscription revenues by over 50% last year, our advertising revenues grew by double digits last year as well. And in fact, our advertising revenues have grown year on year, every single year, throughout the period when we've had a subscription model in place. So for us, the key to this is building a business which is all about quality rather than quantity, and generating revenue from more than one source. We see no reason why we just have to run a business that only makes money from advertising. We think there's a much greater opportunity, and where we pursued that, actually we've been very successful with it.
Okay. People are talking about a change in kind of media consumption. How are you preparing for the new generation of media consumers growing up now, in terms of, for example, social media? How are you changing your business model, or how are you adopting to this new world order, if you wish?
Yeah, we're doing a lot of work at the moment. I mean, curiously, internally, we see the whole debate about paywalls and paid content as almost yesterday's conversation. We don't think there's any debate about whether paywalls work. We're pretty clear that they absolutely do. For us, we're trying to look to the next development down the line, and we do see a couple of things which are going to be hugely important for publishers in the future. You mentioned social media, and I think you're right to identify that. The other area that's enormously important is mobile, and we're seeing a big shift in our audience. We did a survey at the back end of last year where we looked at mobile consumption habits amongst 2,500 of our subscribers and registered users. Found over 90% of them already accessing the internet on mobile devices. 45% of those already accessing FT content through a mobile device. And for us, that was a wake-up call about the power of mobile. And we think that this incredibly compelling combination of cloud computing power married up with these fabulous smartphone and tablet devices is one that will power the growth of mobile at a really incredible pace over the next few years. We will not be surprised if the majority of our digital access is through mobile devices within a relatively short space of time, say 3 to 4 years. So we as a publisher, we may feel that we have done well to shift some of our business from print to digital, but actually there's another revolution coming, and in some ways it may even be bigger than the shift from print to digital, and it's a move into mobile. It's a move into a world where information just goes everywhere with you, and the mobile device is your main gateway to news content.
So staying on the future, what are you doing internally to make sure that your organization is developing and exploring new opportunities? How do you organize or orchestrate kind of innovation at ft.com today?
Well, you have to create the space for it. It's very, very easy to let your kind of day-to-day operations overwhelm innovation. And even as we're being successful with the business right now, we have to think to the future. The focus of our innovation internally is all really around our product management team. We have a group of people who are devoted, for example, to mobile, and another group who are devoted to social media. And their brief is to go and explore, find the new technology, find the new devices, and find ways to present FT content through those channels. They've done some tremendous work over the past few years and continue to do so. And the success of our iPhone and iPad apps, the launch of our Android app in November last year when the Galaxy came out, was all down to the work that those teams are doing. And they've got more stuff lined up. Our Android Honeycomb app will be out within a few short weeks, and then we'll have a smartphone version for the Android world as well. And there's more stuff queued up behind, and the brief for them is just keep going, keep pushing the boundaries here, because the FT cannot be available in too many places. We need to populate every channel. And the same on the social media front. So, we're at a point now where we have 1 million Twitter followers, which is a number I simply wouldn't have believed a few years ago, and 140,000 odd fans on Facebook. We haven't got there by accident. We've got there because we devoted resource to it, both in the product management team and also in the editorial and PR teams. And we've had a coordinated effort to push the FT brand out into the social media space and create communities and create debate around content in those channels. There's a lot more for us to do in social media. I think it could be a major acquisition channel for us in the future. And the focus right now is on how do we exploit this fantastic community which is being created around content in the social media world.
Okay.